Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Hassan Salim and I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. Things are changing really fast. As all of us know, there's always something new happening with IRCC as they keep rolling out different changes that are happening to various programs of Canadian immigration. Some programs have been closed, some programs have been paused, or some streams have been totally changed the way they were before. And one of the programs that I really want to talk about or focus in this video today is the study permit program. As you all know, January 24th of this year, that is 2025, there were more changes that were announced. That is the allocation of the cap on international student. That is something we will be discussing in this video. So if you are planning to come to Canada and want to study here, you do not want to miss this video. Watch this video till the very end so I can make it easier for you to understand the new changes and how it impacts your study permit application. So see you after this one. Welcome back. So as I said in the intro of this video, we will be talking about the provincial and territorial allocations for the international student cap for 2025. But let's back it up a little. Let me give you a quick background of how it all started. Now in 2024, for the first time, Canada introduced a cap on international students coming to Canada. Now, this was aimed at easing the strain that different departments of Canada or different services of Canada, just like housing or healthcare, were under pressure because of the emerging or the increasing number of international students coming to Canada. So as a result, we see a 40% decrease in students coming to Canada in 2024. Now, that takes us to 2025. In 2025, IRCC has announced a cap of 437,000 international students or the study permit that would be approved. That is 10% less compared to the year 2024, which was 485,000 to be exact. Now, why is this decrease? As I mentioned already, it's all about balancing the number of students with the resources available in Canada, may it be for housing, healthcare, or other kind of government services that they are able to provide, and keeping the demand in check. Now, along with the cap, another thing that has been announced is that you need to have a provincial attestation letter or a territorial attestation letter, commonly known as PAL or TAL, when you are applying for study permit applications. One more change related to that is that even the master's or doctoral level students will need to have this letter when they apply for their study permit, which was not the case for previous year. What is a provincial attestation letter? This is a letter that will be provided to you by the province you have applied for in the university, and they will be making sure that you have been accepted by a DLI, that is the Designated Learning Institute, and that province will basically, based on their information, will give you a provincial attestation letter, which you have to include in your application, not after, but with the study permit application. The validity of that letter is basically, if you're applying in 2025, is till the end of this year. That is 31st of December of 2025. Now, if you are in one of the groups that still has some exception that you do not need to get that kind of letter, may it be from a province or territory, let me show you on my screen what those exceptions are. All right, so as I said, there are certain groups which are exempt from obtaining the PAL or TAL, and as you can see on the screen, those include the primary or secondary students, that is from kindergarten to grade 12. They do not need to apply for PAL or TAL. Then there are the existing study permit holders applying for an extension at the same designated learning institute, that is the DLI, and at the same level of study. They also do not need to get the PAL or TAL. And then certain Government of Canada priority groups and vulnerable cohorts. If we break it down, some of the exchange students, you don't need to get a PAL or TAL. Similarly, if you received a scholarship from Globe Affairs Canada, you do not need a PAL. And if you're exempt from study permit requirements under the temporary measures to reunite families of Indigenous people separated by Canada's border, you do not need to get PAL or TAL. So this is something you can look into detail as well. I want to show you the maximum number of study permit applications that will be processed from each jurisdiction for students that are required to submit the PAL or TAL with their study permit application. Now, if you look at this chart here, the number one region or the number one province is Ontario, that will be expected to give 116,740 study permit that would be issued from this province. The second number is from Quebec. If you look at this number, that is 72,977. So major chunk going to Ontario, Quebec, and the third one being British Columbia, that is 53,589. So that is huge. You can look at the complete chart for all other provinces as well. Another table that I want to show you here is the number of allocation or the total allocation for province when it comes to or in terms of getting or receiving PAL or TAL. So the first number that we discussed, or the first table we saw, was the expected number of study permits that the province will allocate. But this number or this table that I'm about to show you is the total allocation of the PAL or TAL for that province. To give you an idea, let's talk about Alberta. The total allocation is 47,338 for PAL and TAL of Alberta, whereas the study permits expected to be issued are 32,660. So you get the idea. 47,338 PALs would be the limit for Alberta, but only out of those 32,660 study permit applications would be issued the permit of studying in Canada. So this is the second table that I wanted to show you, which is totally different than what it used to be before. There was no cap and there was no allocation for provinces, or there was nothing like PAL or TAL for territories and provinces. But now it's all happening, it's all there. So make sure when you're applying for a study permit application, you look into all these factors carefully, because it is overwhelming. It can be tough for you to understand what's going on as well. So your best resource whenever you are in this process, or if you already are, is the IRCC website that has all the information required for any program, not just study permit. And that is your resource. As I said in the beginning of this video, things are changing super fast. We don't know what's today would be same tomorrow or day after. So your best bet is to follow the official website, that is IRCC. So this is something I wanted to talk to you about in this video. Hopefully you learned something new or something different. If I was able to make it easier for you to understand, that is great. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel already, do that so you don't miss out on the videos that I post, and share, and do let me know if there's any other topic that you would want me to go over and discuss with you guys. And if you would like to talk to me, you can schedule a paid consultation to discuss. Remember, that is a service fee that is associated with consultation. So make sure if you're reaching out to me, be prepared to schedule a call properly and have a conversation related to your query or Canadian immigration question that you might have. So again, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Have a great day.